Hey you guys, this is Renee from BowBeautyBlog.com. Welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm so excited about something. If you've been keeping up with our blog, BowBeautyBlog.com, you know that ever since I was like a preteen, I have been absolutely obsessed with hair removal because I absolutely cannot stand body hair. I think it's gross and it's just icky and it's disgusting. I could never be like a hipster or like a hippie or any of those people, you know, with the armpit hair all hanging out, because it gives me the heebie-jeebies and it's just gross. If you like it, you know, I'm very happy for you. But like when I met Jerry, I was so happy that like he had long hair, but the rest of his body, he did not have a hairy chest or a hairy back or anything like that. So I was like really excited about that too. But anyway, so I got this really cool device, and it's a Sensica sensiLight Mini. And it comes in this box. And what it is it's like IPL hair removal, and which stands for intensive pulse light. But the cool thing about this is it's RPL, which is like takes it a step further, and it's reactive pulse light. So what does that mean? Well, first off, let me tell you how IPL hair removal works. What it is first off, it will not work on really dark skin or really light hair. And that's because the light targets the pigment in the hair follicle. Are you following me? So the best skin for it to work on is people with dark hair and light to medium toned skin. And when you use the light or laser or whatever you're going to use, that light will target the melanin or the pigment in that hair follicle, and it's directed just at that, and then it destroys that follicle. So therefore that hair doesn't grow back. So anyway, this is reactive pulse light. So it's IPL, but it reacts to the tone of your skin. So if you have an area, you know, like I have tattoos on my legs and, you know, on my wrists and stuff. So if I go to use it in that area, it won't work. So that's really cool, because you never know, like if, you know, you're wearing your sunglasses or something and doing, you know, this hair removal, you might not know that part of it is over a tattoo, or if your skin's too dark, it won't work because it will actually burn that area. I've seen pictures of people who used IPL hair removal. They went to like a salon. There was one on, I think it was realself.com. And this girl went to a salon, and some people, they take like a white pencil and mark, you know, make sections, draw sections on your leg or arm or wherever doing their hair removal so they can keep track of where they've done the removal at. Well, they took a black Sharpie or black permanent marker. I don't know if it's a Sharpie brand, but they took a black marker and made sections. And since the pulse light wasn't reactive, it targeted that black line, and she ended up with like raised dark scars that were permanent where all those black lines were. So the cool thing about the Sensica sensiLight Mini is that it's based on reactive pulse light, so you don't have to worry about that. If there's a darker area of skin where you're going to have risks of getting burned, it just won't function. It just won't flash. So that's really cool. So anyway, how does it work? Well, if you look on different websites for IPL hair removal devices, they come with cartridges with like 10,000 flashes, you know, 20,000 flashes, that type of thing. And you have to purchase another cartridge once you use up those flashes. Well, the Sensica sensiLight Mini, there's nothing to replace because it comes loaded with 50,000 flashes. So you won't have to replace it. And at the price, you know, it's worth it. You know, it's basically disposable, you know, as far as price-wise goes for this type of device. So anyway, the Sensica sensiLight Mini, it looks like this. And oops, there's some I had a hair in there. But anyway, this right here is the light or the bulb that flashes. And this right here, there's 3 settings: low, medium, and high. So start off using the low setting and work up to using the high setting. And it's going to work better the higher you can. So if you can take doing the highest setting, do that, because it's going to, you know, kill off hair follicles faster. Now, I do feel the need to mention that this is going to take multiple treatments, like 8 to 12 treatments to fully, you know, kill off all your hair follicles. That's because hair grows in 3 stages. And you want to, this only works on hair that's, I believe, in the anagen stage. let's see, I think that's right. That's the hair, the growing stage, where it's actually growing. So the hair has to be in the growth stage, the growth phase, for this to actually work on it. So since your hair, you have all these hairs, you know, on your body, and they're all growing at different stages at different times. So some hairs might be growing, some might be latent, you know, so you have to do it, you know, the 8 to 12 times just to be able to get all those hairs targeted. So they recommend the first 4 sessions 2 weeks apart, and then after that 4 weeks apart until you get to the point where you want to be, where all your hair is dead or gone or whatever. So it comes in this box, and then you open it up. Oh, and I should mention, on the bottom of the box, there's what is called it's named after a person, I think. Yeah, the Fitzpatrick skin tone scale. So it shows what's suitable for treatment. So if you ever have any doubts, I mean, you can go online and look up Fitzpatrick scale or Fitzpatrick skin tone scale, so you can see if this will work for you. I'm an Eskimo, Aleut, and I have medium skin tone, and I don't know what foundation I wear in MAC, because I've never worn MAC foundation, so I can't tell you, you know, I'm a MAC NC or MAC Q, whatever. But in NARS, I wear Barcelona. So you can look on, like, you know, any beauty website, NARS's website, and look at Barcelona. That's my skin tone, and this works for me. And then you open it up. There's this other box. So the packaging is very, very nice. You open it up, and then that's where your device is. And it has an instruction manual, which is not in here, but I'm telling you the instructions. So just make sure if you order one, to read the instructions. And you get the adapter and the device itself. Now, the cool thing about this is you have to shave. So waxing works for me, and I've waxed myself. But as I said, I'm obsessed with hair removal, and I hate hair. So it's really difficult for me to go long enough without shaving for my hair to get long enough to wax. I can't stand it. I get itchy just from that stubble, and it's just awful, awful, awful. I can't stand it. So as much as I love the results after waxing, I cannot patiently wait for it to grow long enough to wax. I've tried electrolysis, but that left little scars on me, so that didn't work for me. And so I was so excited about this. So I'm going to show you how it works. You plug it in. And then you see on the back, you didn't see it when you plug it in. Right here, here's this thing right here. And then the little green light on the front flashes to let you know that it's plugged in. And then you press down on it, and then the lights come on. So you hold it down like this. Right now it's on power level of 1. Press it again for 2, and then again for 3. So 3 is the highest power level. I found that I could do my whole body with power level of 3. Then again, I've had tattoos, and I can derma pen my face without, you know, an anesthetic or anything. So I've done my whole body on a power level of 3. I will say get some sunglasses if you're going to do this. It doesn't say that in this instructions, or not that I read anyway. But I have very sensitive eyes due to having a CVA, or stroke. If you don't know what CVA, it's a stroke. I had a stroke in 2008. So my eyes are very, very sensitive. So make sure you shave first. Otherwise you end up with burns and stuff. And then position the light. So I shaved right here, so I'm going to show you how. Then you hold it down until it flashes. Now, Jerry did say to mention to you that we don't know how, you know, the camera exposure is going to go, because this flashes very, very brightly. So if the camera kind of goes berserk and it looks funny for a while, this is why, and it should go back to normal after a few seconds. But here is how you press down on this, and you hold, and you wait for it to flash. Then you move it along. And wait for it to flash each time. So it doesn't hurt. I mean, not to me. The areas where you have the most hair, the most, you know, live follicles that are in the growth phase that it's targeting, that's where it's going to hurt the most. And it feels like you're being snapped with a rubber band. If you don't have any follicles in that area that are, you know, in the growth phase that are being targeted, then it just feels like you just feel heat. Like I did it on Jerry's hand, and he said all he felt was heat. So, but if it's in an area, like I said, where you have active growth phase of hair, you're going to feel like you're being snapped with a rubber band. So, which to me, it wasn't that bad. I mean, some places sucked more than others, but over more sensitive than others. But for the most part, I didn't have any issues. I didn't cry, and I didn't have tears in my eyes, and it wasn't, so bad that I couldn't keep going. And I've done my legs, my bikini area, my armpit, my upper lip area, and right between my brows, like right here. Just this one little area. I didn't do, close because, brow styles change and stuff. But just right dead center in the middle, just so I could prevent like getting a unibrow later on. And I did, my upper lip right there, and armpits, no problems. Bikini lines, no problems. The negative is that it takes a long time. Like, it takes me to do my legs, my armpits, my bikini line, my upper lip. It takes probably 4 to 5 hours. And, I'll do one leg, then take like a 5-10 minute break, just kind of stretch out my back and stuff. But if you think about it, to me, it's worth that just because of all the time I'm going to save having to shave, wax, all that kind of stuff. So if I can go, like the rest of my life without having to shave or do any of that kind of crap, it'll be well worth it. And the advantage with getting a home device like this, since you do have to do it 8 to 12 times, it's just like that if you go to a salon or go to a professional to have this done, you still have to go multiple times. So by doing it at home, you have the convenience of, doing it on your schedule. Like, I'll do this at midnight if that's, when it's most convenient for me. I don't have to drive to a salon. I don't have to worry about booking an appointment, all that kind of happy-ass crap. I can just sit at home and do this whenever I darn well feel like it. So it's a lot more convenient, especially since it takes multiple sessions. It's so convenient to be able to have my own device and just do it at home. And let's see, what else do you think? Can you think of any more?
I think of a negative.
What's that?
I hear this next year that shaggy legs are going to be in, and you're going to be totally out of style.
I don't care what's in as far as that goes, because hairy legs are just gross and icky. So
it's the Yeti look.
I have been wanting to try this on Jerry, but he won't let me. So it is fun, and it's really cool that I've done it, like I said, 3 times now. And I haven't noticed a whole bunch of differences, but what I have noticed is that when I get in the shower and I exfoliate, I have like this kind of rough kind of exfoliating cloth that I use, and I use it every time I shower with some soap. I go over my legs and arms and all that kind of stuff because I get dry skin and it itches like crazy. I've noticed little hairs on it. So I know, and I've heard that, the hair starts to fall out as it's targeted, and my legs feel less itchy. So, I mean, I don't know if you probably can't see, but yeah, you can't see my hair on there. So, but anyway, it's not that bad now. It's getting, and the other thing is the more often you do it, the less stinging you'll feel. So the first time you do it, every time, it flashes, you'll feel like that rubber band snapping feeling. But like the third time I did it, it wasn't nearly as much like that. And that's because you only feel that rubber band snapping sensation when there's active follicles being targeted. So the more often you do it, the less active follicles you have, so the less painful it is. So just keep on keeping on and do it on, and if you can't tolerate the number 3 setting, go to a number 2. And I do need to mention this is FDA cleared. So the FDA has approved this device for home use, so you don't have to worry, about like anything really bad happening or anything like that. So it's really, really awesome. And they also have a 2-year warranty, which is also really cool. So if it breaks or something goes wrong, or, there's a manufacturing problem or something like that, they'll take care of you. So I definitely recommend this because it's so freaking easy to use. And I'm really, really looking forward to my legs and armpits being hair-free because it's such a pain in the butt to have to shave all the time. So anyway, check them out at Sensica.com, or you can also go to trysensica.com and definitely give them, check out their website. They also have several other devices. So this one's just really cool because it's, convenient to use. It's small. It's not a huge, ginormous device. And I'm really excited for the next few months so that I can have less and less hair And maybe for the summer, I can be hair free, which would be really awesome. So anyway, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you on our next video.